पिबन्ति नद्यः स्वयमेव नाम्भस्वयं न खादन्ति फलानि वृक्षाः नादन्ति सस्यं खलु वारिवाहाः परोपकाराय सतां विभूतयः.
Today, let us sit with one of the most beloved verses in all of Sanskrit literature, a verse so cherished that you will find it painted on school walls and carved above water tanks across India. It comes from the great anthology called the Subhashita Ratnabhandagara, which means the treasury vault of jewel like sayings. Listen to it first, slowly. पिबन्ति नद्यः स्वयम् एव न अम्भ स्वयं न खादन्ति फलानि वृक्षाः न अदन्ति सस्यं खालु वारिवाः परोपकाराय सतां विभूतयः. Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. Clouds do not eat the crops they water. Truly, the riches of the good exist for the benefit of others. Let us walk through the words, because in Sanskrit, the words themselves carry secrets. Pibanti means they drink, from the ancient root pa, to drink, the same root that survives in the English word potion. Nadya means rivers, and here is the first hidden gem. It comes from the root nad, which means to roar, to resound. A river in Sanskrit is literally the resounding one. She is defined by her movement and her voice. Swayam eva means themselves, with emphasis, not even a single drop for themselves. Na ambha, not the water. Then vriksha, the trees. Swayam na khadanti falani, do not themselves eat their fruits. And notice this word falani, fruits. Phala is also the standard Sanskrit word for the result of an action, the fruit of karma. The poet is punning deliberately. Then varivaha, the clouds. What a beautiful word this is. Vari means water, and vaha comes from the root va, to carry, the same root that gives us the word vehicle. So a cloud in Sanskrit is literally the water carrier, the porter. Its very name is its job description, carrying water for someone else. Na adanti sasyam, they do not eat the crops. Khalu means indeed, truly, like a teacher gently tapping the table, saying, observe this. And then the conclusion. Paropakaraya, for the welfare of others. Satam, of the good, the noble. Vibhūtaya, their riches, their powers, their glories. Now, where does this verse come from? Unlike the Bhagavad Gita, there is no battlefield here, no divine teacher and warrior student. This is a Subhashita, which means a well-spoken saying. These verses were the viral wisdom of classical India, composed by poets, often anonymous, memorized by students, quoted in royal courts. Each one is a complete teaching in 4 lines. And this one addresses the oldest question wealth has ever posed. What is it for? Notice how the poet argues, not with a commandment, not with thou shalt give, but with evidence. 3 observations from nature and then a verdict about human life. And the 3 images are not repetitions of each other. They ascend. The river is pure flow. And here is the deeper teaching. The moment a river drinks its own water, the moment it stops flowing, it stops being a river. It becomes a stagnant pond, and stagnant water breeds disease. Wealth that stops circulating changes its very nature. Hoarded money, hoarded knowledge, hoarded love all stagnate. The tree is the opposite of the river. It never moves at all, yet it gives everything: fruit, shade, shelter, the very oxygen we breathe. And here is nature's secret. Inside every fruit the tree gives away, there is a seed. The tree's generosity is precisely how the tree spreads itself into the future. Giving is not the opposite of growth. Giving is the reproductive strategy of greatness. And the cloud is the subtlest of the three. The cloud takes salt water from the ocean, water no one can drink, carries it across vast distances, and returns it as sweet rain, growing crops it will never taste. The highest service does not just pass things along, it transforms what it carries: salt into sweet, pain into wisdom, money into education. Now the keystone word. The poet did not say money, he said vibhūtaya, from the root bhū, to become, to manifest. A vibhūti is a manifestation, a glory, a power that flowers through you. It is the very same word Krishna uses in the 10th chapter of the Gita for his own divine glories. The implication is quietly radical. Your talent, your intelligence, your wealth, your influence, none of it originates with you. The river does not manufacture its water. The cloud does not create the rain. These things are passing through you. Ownership is a convenient fiction. Stewardship is the reality. And the word for the good, satam, comes from the root as, to be. The good are literally those who truly are, aligned with reality itself. Because reality, the poet observes, runs on giving. The sun gives, the rain gives, the soil gives. To hoard is to step out of the rhythm of the universe. Generosity is not moral decoration, it is accuracy. This wisdom echoes everywhere. The Tao Te Ching says the sage does not accumulate, and the more he does for others, the more he has. The Gospel of Matthew says, "Freely you have received, freely give." Gandhi built his entire doctrine of trusteeship on verses like this one. And modern psychology has caught up. Researchers have found that spending on others reliably produces more happiness than spending on ourselves. Neuroscientists call it the helper's high, and ecology tells us the verse is literally true. The water cycle, the oxygen cycle, the whole living earth is a network of beings passing resources through themselves. Systems that circulate energy live. Systems that hoard it die. So let me leave you with 3 questions and 1 practice. First, take an honest inventory. Of everything that has manifested through you, how much flows outward? And where have you become a pond instead of a river? Second, the cloud question. What raw material has life given you that you could refine before passing on? Perhaps your hardest experience turned into guidance for someone in the same fire. Third, are you willing to test whether what you give away most freely travels furthest, like the seed inside the fruit? And the practice. Once every day, perform one deliberate act of outflow for someone who cannot repay you, and if possible, without them ever knowing it was you. 15 minutes of teaching, an anonymous gift, a door quietly opened for a stranger. 2 strict conditions. no possibility of return, and no announcement. And whenever money or praise or success arrives in your hands, silently say one word over it: vibhūti, passing through. Watch how that single word loosens the grip of anxiety over gain and loss. Because the river is never anxious about its water. It is far too busy flowing. Pibanti nadya swayam evana ambha. May your riches, whatever form they take, find their purpose in the flourishing of others. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
पिबन्ति नद्यः स्वयमेव नाम्भस्वयं न खादन्ति फलानि वृक्षाः नादन्ति सस्यं खलु वारिवाहाः परोपकाराय सतां विभूतयः